The most unbelievable hour of television begins right now on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Would you believe? This man has been blind for nearly 50 years. Tonight, watch as a tiny periscope is implanted into his eye. Will he see his wife and kids for the very first time? Why is this guy strapping on 24 rockets to his street luge?
You get the bottom of the heel.
Find out. We're just minutes away from ignition.
Worst case scenario, it could be the end of their life.
These athletes catch, throw, even step up to the plate. And they've all got only one arm. Now, they're daring to take on a team of two armed players.
All right, baby! Come on up there, bandit!
Plus, find out what happens to the dog who swallowed a 15-inch steak knife.
It's amazing it's actually still alive.
And it's the world's only chocolate clothing, and it literally melts in your mouth. Unbelievable? Believe it. On Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Welcome to Ripley's. These two guys have taken the world of ice sculpting to a whole new level. And for Ripley's, they're gonna make the coolest billiard table in the world. In this chilly walk-in freezer, two men are working to transform the art of ordinary ice sculpture from boring banquet room-style centerpieces to this.
There's absolutely nothing that we can't do.
From dazzling colors to moving models mechanized with motors, they use everything from blowtorches and chainsaws to shape their amazing icy creations.
The chainsaw is great because it's a very aggressive tool that you just slice and dice the ice.
Now, believe it or not, they're attempting their most complicated and interactive ice sculpture ever. A perfectly functional, full-sized pool table. 5 years ago, Randy Finch and his partner Derek Maxfield started Ice Sculptures Limited. The business creates its one-of-a-kind centerpieces by combining ice carving skills with a state-of-the-art computer program. This custom Ripley's Ferris wheel took 30 hours to design and build. And like many of their pieces, it's motorized.
$113.
Work begins on Randy and Derek's greatest creation to date. They start by carefully measuring a regulation pool table. The partners then haul in several huge blocks of ice, 20 inches wide, 40 inches tall, and 10 inches thick. From there, they spend well over 100 hours cutting the ice into dozens of puzzle-shaped pieces. And turning ice into art isn't easy, especially when the glue you're using is actually water.
Take the two pieces at the point where it broke at, put the water in there, water absorbs it back in, sucks it back together, and after a few seconds, it's as good as new.
But even more difficult is capturing all the fine detail of the balls, the cues, and even the chalk. But by far the biggest challenge is being able to break the fragile frozen balls without actually breaking the balls.
We went through a dozen before we got one that actually would work and start kicking balls around.
No, that was a shot.
Any stick?
But after repeated tries, they finally get the hang of it and play one very cool game of pool.
Now you're playing on my table.
Besides having to play inside a really big freezer, a frozen pool table also comes with a really big price tag. $4,500 in cold, hard cash.
That's it. We're out of here, man. Oh, yes. Good shot. Way to go.
Now, there's a man who has been blind for the last 50 years. He's never seen the faces of his daughter or his wife. This is a miniature periscope, and unbelievably, it might let this man see his family for the first time.
Vojenius Nazarek has been a dedicated family man for nearly 50 years. But in all that time, he has never laid eyes on his family. Because this kind father has been blind since he was just a child. Now, in a miraculous new surgery, this blind man may be given a second chance at sight. Can a revolutionary new procedure possibly allow the 61-year-old to see his family for the first time?
When I was young, I was praying to God that my father got his vision back so he could see.
As a boy in war-torn Nazi-occupied Poland, growing up for Vojenius was a constant struggle, and life only got harder when he turned 14. That's when a mentally disturbed neighbor attacked him, throwing acid in his eyes and completely blinding him. But Vojenius wouldn't give up, and after one transplant surgery failed, he got on with his life, working, even raising a family. But almost 47 sightless years later, this loving father was visiting relatives in the United States when he got some amazing news. A surgeon, Dr. Arthur Kotlier, believed he could possibly restore this blind man's vision. He might finally see his family. It sounded like a dream come true.
Mr. Nazarek was referred to me specifically for evaluation for the keratoprosthesis. And I knew as soon as he came in to see me that he was a wonderful candidate.
Dr. Kotlier is a leading ophthalmologist in New York and a pioneer of a rare and radical procedure that uses a device known as a keratoprosthesis. Containing 3 small, high-tech optical lenses, it works like a periscope, redirecting light after being implanted directly into the damaged cornea. But before beginning, Dr. Kotlier had to warn his patient about some very real dangers.
I had to tell him, look, there's a 50% chance you're not going to see it all. And not only that, there's a 50% chance that whatever little vision you have, you're going to lose it. And if you lose it, there's a reasonable chance you'll even lose the eye.
Regardless of the risks, this visually impaired grandfather is eager to go through with the procedure. And as he's wheeled into the operating room, he can only hope his surgery is a success. Doctors begin the incredibly complicated process by making an incision directly into his eye. The prosthetic lens is then delicately sutured onto the cornea. Then, a thin layer of mesh covered by a skin graft is placed inside the eyelid.
The eyelids are actually fused or closed at the time of surgery with the prosthesis behind the eyelid.
The surgery lasts a tedious 5 hours. Vojenius must now allow a full 8 weeks for the wounds to completely heal. All he can do is wait and hope for the best.
Next, the stitches come out, the bandages come off. After 50 years, will Vojenius finally see his family? Plus, this guy's turning his motorbike into a bathroom on wheels. Also, why warriors are worshiping a 300-year-old mummy. And in tonight's unbelievable act, can a man catch an egg in the outfield using only his mouth? That and more when Ripley's returns.
Can he do it? Can he do it?
Amazing stories and unbelievable people. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
A man who lost his sight nearly 50 years ago now has a one-in-a-lifetime chance to see. A mini periscope has been sewn into his eye. And if the operation is successful, he's about to see his family for the very first time.
Blind for nearly 5 decades, Vojenius Nazaruk had given up any hope of ever seeing again. Now, this sightless father's lifelong dream of restoring his vision could come true. But if the surgery fails, the damage will completely destroy any chance of ever seeing his family. After 2 months of uncertainty, the time has come to find out if the risky procedure has worked. As the sutures are slowly removed from his eye, the series of lenses begin to catch the light as he experiences the full spectrum of the world around him for the first time in half a century. As his eyes adjust, a lifelong dream comes true, and he sees the faces of the family he's never seen before. After 47 years of darkness, this family man can't help but be overcome with emotion, finally putting a face to the people he loves. Today, with just his one eye, Vojenius Nazaruk has near-perfect 20/50 vision, and unbelievably, he can see clearly the distance of an entire city block.
Był bardzo szczęśliwy, że mnie zobaczył.
I cannot say. I feel in heart. This is a great feeling.
Because there's no eyelid to cover the periscope, Mr. Nazaruk is always sending images to his brain, even when he's trying to sleep. So he has to put on a little plastic cap at bedtime.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Englishman Ed China is a man obsessed with creating the ultimate driving machines. But it's not horsepower he's after, it's shower power. Because this Brit is busy motorizing every room of his house, including his bathroom.
It's a bike, it's a sidecar. It's the only way to travel if you're sort of late in the morning.
For years, Ed's been developing his daring automotive designs in his home workshop. His first vehicle, the innovative sofa cart, designed to be every couch potato's dream.
It was basically started by the casual loafer.
Next came the street sleeper, Ed's unique bed on wheels.
It is kind of presumptuous turning up to a date in a four-poster bed.
And since he's put over 6,000 miles on the sofa cart and already 2,000 on the street sleeper, it was only logical for this Brit to begin working on his portable bathroom concept, complete with a sink, shower, and a tub.
We start off with a motorbike. If we look underneath here, you can see we have an engine. It's got an elastic man kind of gearbox, which makes it automatic, which makes it very easy to drive.
Amazingly, all of Ed's creations are street legal. And he even plans one day to mass produce and sell his eccentric motor vehicles. Believe it or not.
If you've ever raised a puppy, then you know that they like to chew and swallow virtually everything in sight. Yes, this is a knife, and there's an unbelievable ending to this story.
For most animal owners, making sure their pets are happy and healthy is crucial. So when this cute little terrier suddenly lost his appetite, his owners knew something was wrong. What they didn't know was that a trip to the vet would reveal this. To their horror, their precious dog Kyle had swallowed a 15-inch serrated knife. Doctors were dumbfounded.
I find it hard to believe it's amazing he's actually still alive.
With a jagged blade as long as his body wedged tightly inside, vets waste no time prepping Kyle for emergency surgery. Having gone in handle first, the pointed end is actually poking out the poor pup's throat, threatening his very life. But simply pulling the knife out of Kyle's throat is too risky. The sharp blade could cause even more damage. Doctors will have to operate to remove the knife from the dog's stomach.
The last thing you want to do is to damage the dog taking it out.
Hour 1. Doctors make an incision into Kyle's stomach, locating the knife. The second hour goes by, and inch by inch, the blade slowly begins to move. By hour 4, doctors are able to extract the last of the knife. And though Kyle won't be chasing any cats for a few weeks, doctors expect a full recovery. Now, 4 weeks after the surgery, Kyle is fine. Back at home with a healthier appetite than ever. And although his bewildered owners still can't imagine how he managed to swallow the near-fatal blade, the heroes who saved Kyle's life say they'd never have believed it if they hadn't seen it for themselves.
Never seen anything like it before, and I really doubt if I'll ever see anything like it again.
Don't even think about tuning out now. We'll satisfy your sweet tooth with these scrumptious candy fashions.
If I were really hungry, I would be tempted to eat my dress.
One designer's incredible edible outfits coming up. Plus, meet the man who holds a secret to getting thousands of women to sit on his lap.
Wherever you can find a spot.
And a team of one-armed ball players guaranteed to blow your mind.
When I catch the ball, basically what I do is I flip it to my deformed arm, make it go across my chest while I'm taking my glove off.
The game you have to see to believe. Next on Ripley's. Stories you can't imagine. People you won't believe. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
This is the latest in safety gear for motorcyclists. It's called the Egg Parka Vest. Yes, it's stylish, but it can save your life, too. This wearable airbag has 6 hidden chambers that inflate in half a second. It has special protection for your neck and your tailbone. This cord attaches to the ignition. If you were to fall off your bike... Now take a look at this while I figure out how to deflate this thing.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. They are the Dani people of Indonesia. Here, 140,000 tribes live in the Stone Age, where pigs and women are property. Where ancient culture and tradition are very much alive. And believe it or not, so are the dead. Each day, a ritual brings the Dani people face to face with their ancestry. Propped in an old wooden chair, you're looking at a 300-year-old warrior. Tribe members continue to worship him in an effort to please the spirits and to bring good fortune to the Dani tribe. This once feared warrior leader is preserved by smoke and held together with string and tape. The Indonesian government built a brick hut to keep the mummy intact, but he actually started to melt. Now this revered warrior sleeps in the men's hut under guard and under watch for generations to come.
What has 20 legs, 20 eyes, and 10 arms? It's a softball team in Miami called the One-Armed Bandits. And they don't want your sympathy, they want to kick your butt.
All over the United States, teams gather on weekend afternoons to test their skills at the all-American game of softball. And Victor Rosario's team is no exception. The only difference is, Victor's team is made up entirely of one-armed players. And believe it or not, they beat able-bodied players all the time.
We're getting creamed right now.
Growing up in the Bronx, Victor always wanted to fit in. Having been born with a misshapen right arm, he was often teased by other kids.
Growing up, being physically challenged with one arm, a lot of kids make fun of you. It's like you're an outcast. And kids are simply cruel at that age.
Anxious to prove that he could do anything, Victor eventually worked his way onto the high school baseball team. But it wasn't until recently that he was inspired to start a softball team made up of 10 one-arm players. So he called Roscoe Jones, a friend and former ball player.
One day he said he was going to start a softball team. I said, whenever you get ready to start it, call me up. I'll be there.
Not long after, the One-Arm Bandits were born. But would this unique team actually be able to play? Being a one-arm ball player isn't easy. It requires tremendous dexterity.
When I catch the ball, basically what I do is I flip it to my deformed arm, make it go across my chest while I'm taking my glove off. And in the process, the ball is now in my good arm, and I'm throwing it away.
Despite his athletic background, learning one-arm ball was just as tough for Roscoe.
I didn't think I was going to be a great baseball player because I was predominantly right-handed. I had to learn how to do everything again with my left hand.
As word spread, the One-Arm Bandits grew, even spending time visiting children's hospitals. And despite the fact they'd be playing a team of two-armed players, the Bandits knew one thing. They didn't want any special treatment.
It won't change any rules for us, so we have to work out a little harder than that able-bodied player.
Today, the third-place Bandits are playing the Westchester Optimists from Miami, Florida. But unlike the Bandits, the Optimists are all able-bodied players. Still, they have no intention of going soft on their disabled opponents.
But we're going to beat them anyway.
It's game time. A quick first strike for the Bandits.
Strike him out! Strike him out!
The Optimists get a hit.
Get it, Bandit, get it!
And another.
Come on up here! Come on up here, baby!
A line drive double brings in 3 runs. Despite Roscoe's best cheerleading efforts,
All right, baby! Let's get this thing right. Come on up here, Bandit!
by the 5th inning, the Bandits are losing ground.
8-6 now, 8-6. We're down by 2, guys. We got to get back in this game.
But it's the 8th run that turns the tide. Bandit defense picks up. Out at first. With a little hitting streak, the Bandits begin to rally. Soon, the score is 12-10 in favor of the Bandits. Suddenly, the Optimists sound more like pessimists.
They're missing the arm, and they're beating us.
In fact, not only do the Bandits rally, but by the final inning, they end up blowing out their opponents 25-10. A truly amazing display.
We lost! Let's go. I told you!
We did terrific. We did outstanding. The guys played a little better than what I expected today. We're spreading awareness that physically challenged are here. We're able to compete. Don't take us lightly. We're going to beat some butts.
They're all right. They're a good team, but we're better. It was a, 25-10 score or something like that? Oh, God, that's embarrassing.
There's another team like the Bandits who play in Venezuela, and their name is the Banditos de un Solo Brazo, which means one-armed bandits.
Next, Dave Knackfer has got a big mouth. And in tonight's unbelievable act, he'll try to use it to catch an egg hurled from 180 feet away.
Let's cheer him on, baby.
There have been a few times where the force of the egg has knocked me on my butt.
Plus, the rocket racer risking his life to satisfy his need for speed. Also, candy fashion's sure to make your mouth water. And John Gardner's dedicated the last 25 years to having tons of women sit on his lap.
You're the 50th sitter today.
Join him on his eccentric quest to reach the 10,000 mark when Ripley's returns. When Dave Knackfer hard-boils a few eggs in the morning, he's not making breakfast. Dave's literally cooking up the catch of the day.
That's a gift.
Because he has an incredible ability for catching food. Any food, from long distances with his mouth. Dave was just a kid when he discovered he had amazing eye-to-mouth coordination.
I have 5 brothers and sisters, and we would throw food at each other a lot and see who could catch them in their mouth. And I was the best at it. Oh, no way! From over the umbrella.
37 years later, and Dave is still playing with his food.
Eggs definitely are my favorite food to catch because they put on the best show.
And for today's unbelievable act, Dave risks winding up with egg on his face as he attempts the longest egg reception ever. Dave's fans gather at the home of the Lansing, Michigan Lugnuts, where the pitching staff from this minor league ball club will try and help Dave set a long-range record. And while everyone knows once-peeled hard-boiled eggs aren't all that hard, what Dave does is actually dangerous. Dave split his lips and even broken his nose.
There have been a few times where the force of the egg has knocked me on my butt.
Besides possibly choking, at this distance, even eggs come in with enough force to break teeth or take out an eye. Don't try it at home. Ready for action, Dave and the players take to the field for the first attempt. 20 yards proves no problem for Dave's big mouth. He nails it. But at 40 yards, Dave suffers his first setback. This egg gets away. Scrambling back into position, Dave takes another crack at it. Yes! Finally, Dave moves into position at 60 yards, or 180 feet, the longest attempt ever to catch an egg by mouth. The first throw is short.
You got plenty of eggs.
The second, even shorter.
Caught that one with his knee.
But the third try's a charm.
It's up, it's out.
Almost. Taking a beating, yet refusing to give up, Dave gives it one more try.
Let's hear you fans make some noise. I feel this is going to be it. Yes, he did it!
Let's look at that one more time. Setting himself and anticipating the egg's trajectory. An unbelievable catch. At 180 feet, it's officially the longest oral egg catch ever made, proving that Dave Knackfer has a real knack for catching incredible edibles, and that he alone is the Eggman.
Wherever we go, whatever we do, this always attracts a crowd, and it's a lot of fun, and people laugh and have a good time, and I like that.
Street luging is dangerous, fast, and exciting. So naturally, Ripley's found a guy who wanted to strap 24 rockets onto his luge and take off. Stretched out on glorified skateboards, their heads only inches from the pavement, street lugers defy death at speeds of more than 80 miles an hour. But believe it or not, one man is looking to shatter the mark for fastest street luge by doing the unthinkable.
All I have to do is just slide them in.
Rigging his ride with 24 real rockets.
I'm going to attempt to reach a speed that nobody else has ever hit on a street luge.
Billy Copeland, known as the Rocket Man, is a 40-year-old husband and foster father of 6.
Good kid.
But that hasn't stopped him from living life on the edge.
Anything with excitement that's going to get your blood circulating, that's the kind of sport I look for.
Billy started street luging back in 1992. He caught the fever after watching the pros on TV.
I was instantly hooked, threw me a tape in the VCR, recorded it, and built my own.
But street luging is something that should never be tried at home. These guys ride virtually unprotected. They steer with their feet and slow down by using a thick layer of rubber on the bottom of their specially designed shoes. And even though Billy has hit speeds faster than freeway traffic, he still wants to go faster.
It just seems like I'm never satisfied.
So he came up with something totally new.
I decided to install a high-power rocket launching system on my luge to sort of pick up the speed.
Yes!
Now Billy has brought his radical, rocket-powered luge to the hills of Draper, Utah, to see if he can beat the current speed record of 81.28 miles an hour.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for a rocket launch.
Going along for the ride is current record holder Tom Mason, who will cruise by Billy's side without rockets. But in the world of street luging, increased speed translates into increased danger. The steep hill that awaits them is 4 lanes of sweeping curves, with only rusty guardrails preventing a fatal fall. Even the smallest mistake could lead to disaster and send them flying off a cliff. There are dozens of officers, firefighters, and a life support vehicle standing by.
At those kind of speeds, 3 inches off the ground, you better believe it. I'm certain that worst case scenario, it could be the end of their life.
The biggest concern now for me is equipment failure. If we spin out, it's disaster.
Despite the risks involved, Tom and Billy prepare their boards and take some short test runs, checking and then rechecking their equipment.
Hopefully everything will work like it's supposed to.
Proving that even the practice runs can be painful, Billy accidentally injures his leg.
To stop one of these, you put your feet down, and when you do, smoke just rolls off the bottom. A lot of people seem to think that it'll rip your leg off, and they might be right.
Though in pain, Billy has come too far to give up now. He's ready for a rocket launch.
Practical for us.
One last kiss from his wife, Jill.
We hit the bottom of the hill.
And it's go time.
Set, go. Hey, come on, get.
Tom Mason is off first, with Billy right behind him. The two quickly begin to pick up speed.
Here he comes.
Halfway down the mountain, both men are clocked at an amazing 70 miles an hour. But then Billy rounds a sharp curve and hits a button, firing his first round of rockets. The thrust immediately causes him to fishtail out of control, pushing him perilously close to the guardrail. But amazingly, the Rocket Man keeps it together and steers out of danger. Billy stays on track, speeding around another tight curve. But will he dare fire a second set of rockets? With a small wave to the camera, he speeds around another tight curve and fires round 2. The acceleration is breathtaking. He's now at top speed. Hitting the bottom of the hill, he finally starts slowing down. 1/4 mile later, he comes to a stop, anxiously checking his onboard speedometer for a precise reading.
98.5. I was just holding on for life. That's all I could do. If I'd hit another button, I'd have probably started tumbling. I'd have probably crashed.
Safe and sound, Billy Copeland has blown past the old record, setting a new street luge speed mark at an unbelievable 98.5 miles an hour. And satisfying, at least for now, this daredevil's need for speed.
Yeah! All right! We live to ride again. Yeah!
Ripley's, we'll be right back. Women love chocolate, and I love women in chocolate. Apparently, I'm not the only one. Chocolate. Seems everyone loves the sweet stuff. Some even say that it's the ultimate aphrodisiac. Now, believe it or not, fashion designers are actually turning chocolate into clothes, using everything from foil-covered candies to bite-sized bars. Welcome to the New York Chocolate Show, the definitive chocolate lover's fantasy. Here, some famous fashion designers team up with chocolate manufacturers to create a collection that dazzles the senses. From beachwear to bustiers, French designer Fernando Guzman even created a one-of-a-kind dress accented with hundreds of M&Ms, complete with handbag and shoes.
I chose M&Ms because there are a lot of colors, and I want to give a colorful homage.
Now this Willy Wonka of wardrobe is taking us into his studio to show us what it takes to create the ultimate melt-in-your-mouth dress. A design that he doesn't make to actually sell. It's much more personal than that.
To make a dress in chocolate is a challenge, and I like to attack challenge like that.
Fernando's original design included a built-in chocolate bra, but it melted.
Because the body is warm, we have to be able to do it very fast.
To construct this unique piece of clothing, Fernando and his team must tediously apply an incredible 50,000 tiny treats to the fabric, one by one. It's a painstaking process that takes 25 long hours. Unfortunately, once finished, the dresses will probably only last long enough for one outing.
This is a concept that it didn't have a long life. It's like a flower that you see only once in the year.
Once the dress is done, our model squeezes into the tasty creation and hits the town. People on the streets are instantly attracted to the edible outfit. But just what's it like to wear an edible dress?
I think it's sexy and cool, and it has a good effect. If I were really hungry, I would be tempted to eat my dress.
Now that's truly appetizing apparel. Where's the front of this thing? We'll be right back.
Still ahead, he's no Santa, but he does hold the record for the most sat-on lap in the world.
9,622. 9,651.
Sounds strange? Get the whole story behind one man's incredible obsession. Next. You're watching Ripley's Believe It or Not.
They call him Iron Lap. That's because since 1975, John Gardner's had more women sit on his lap than anyone else in the world. An amazing 9,594. This retired teacher's tally includes sitters from all 50 states, 74 countries, and 6 continents, weighing in at over 1 million pounds of female flesh. And he can add to his total, one after another after another. The ladies keep coming, and John keeps adding to his tally.
9,622. 9,651.
After dozens of sittings, John adds 89 new laps, bringing his grand total to an incredible 9,673. Now he's only a mere 327 sittings away from his dream of 10,000 laps. Believe it or not.
Back in 18th century New England, no small town was complete with at least one of these. A tramp chair. Tramp is another name for a homeless person, and this charming device was reserved for the local hobos, tramps, vagrants, or any passing stranger who might have caught the eye of local law enforcement. Once captured, they were locked up inside this cage, left outside overnight, and then wheeled out of town the next day, where they were released, once they promised never to return, of course. If locals felt really hospitable, they would pelt the helpless guy in the case with eggs and rotten vegetables. Unbelievable? Believe it.
This leap day, time flies with a chiller killing time anti-marathon.
Seize the moment.
Watch how the Harper's mystery starts, then get all the answers.
Now finish it.
And witness Buffy's first slay, followed by her last.
Been there and done that.
The Killing Time Anti-Marathon. Tonight, starting at 8, only on Chiller. Ready?
Smile.
Set. Watch out! Die.
Whoever that camera captured dies.
To die.
So who's gonna be next?
Smile. Premieres Friday at 9, only on Chiller. Scary good.